Hey, what is going on, you picky peck? Today we are taking a look at the Prague Regional Champion deck list, Mateus's Dragapult Dunsparce build. A really cool build of Dragapult. This deck is super sick. And then, honestly, from what I saw from the tournament, I think the best deck from the tournament. The most innovative, taking advantage of the most kind of gaps in the format. And I'm sure there's a lot more gaps to be taken advantage of, and we'll see that at future major tournaments. But I really love this build. I really love all the ideas behind it. At the end of the day, it is a Dragapult deck, so there's a 4-4-3 Dragapult line. And then the backup attacker draw engine boost in here is a Dudunsparce line. Now, Dudunsparce and Dragapult isn't something unheard of. It was popping up quite a bit before Prague. It wasn't one of the mainstays or main ways to play Dragapult at all, but definitely saw it over at the Champions League, or the City Leagues, excuse me, over in Japan. We maybe saw it at the most recent Champions League. I actually don't remember. I did hit it quite a few times on ladder, but the way this build is definitely quite a bit different past just the Dunsparce inclusion. Like I said, it's not the most common way to play it, but there's no Fezandipiti, no Meowth, no Latias, no two prize Pokemon besides the Dragapult and the Dunsparce EX, which is mostly utilized to beat Slotbox or to help against Slotbox. And then, as we saw in the finals, the Destructive Drill is pretty good against Crustle and other potential wall Pokemon. Is it just, there's like the Sylveon, right? There's a Sylveon. And of course, if we're giving up on the draw power of the Meowth, well, Meowth's not really draw power, but the consistency aspect of Meowth, as well as like the draw power of Fezandipiti, we need something to supplement that a little bit, and that's what the Dunsparce line does. So the Dunsparce EX helps us in some of our worst matchups if we were to hit them. And then if we're not using the Dunsparce EX, we just have a 2-2 Dunsparce. I keep saying done. We have a 2-2 Dunsparce here to help us with our draw engine, and this is to make it so it feels less bad to not play those super powerful Pokemon like Fezandipiti and like Meowth, having that little bit of extra draw power in the deck. Besides that, Munkidoris, of course, those always come with Dragapult, and a single Budew in the deck as well. It does seem like the best way to play Dragapult, and a lot of decks in the format is to choose first, so Budew has become a little bit less necessary. Still pretty good, and there are definitely going to be moments where you'll be able to take advantage of it and shut your opponent down if they have a slow start, especially if they chose first and let you go second. So Budew's still very powerful, but definitely not the powerhouse I feel like it was last format. The supporter lineup is pretty interesting as well for Lillies, of course. Some Pokégears, because finding our better supporters more often is better than just playing mediocre supporters. I feel like that's a trend coming out of Prague. Instead of playing mediocre supporters, just play more ways to find your best supporters, which are Lillie's Determination, Boss's Orders, and Crispin. 3 Crispin in here. No Rosa's Encouragement. That's another thing I noticed in quite a few builds of Dragapult. It felt like leading up to Prague, a lot of people were doing the double Crispin plus Rosa's Encouragement. But actually at Prague, switching over to the triple Crispin, so 3 Boss, 3 Crispin here. Then also a couple Brock Scouting, help our turn 1 consistency of finding our basic Pokemon, especially obviously when we go second. But then you have the secondary use to find an evolution Pokemon. And finally, the final supporter in the deck is an Acerola's Mischief. So there's no hand disruption in this deck at all, but there's an Acerola's Mischief, which can work just as well as hand disruption in the late game. Like I said, there's no 2 prize liabilities in this deck. No Meowth, no Fez. Instead, it plays other cards like Brock's, like the Dudunsparce, to help be consistent and actually make sure we can play the game. And when we get into the late game, our opponent has 2 prize cards left. We can play Acerola's Mischief, protecting our only multi-prize Pokemon in play, which will be a Dragapult, and then our opponent has no way to win the game on the next turn unless they can take a multi-prize turn, or, I don't know, some kind of Briar combo, like Repel plus Briar, I guess, would work. But most of the time, they just won't be able to draw a prize card, and we just win the game because Acerola's Mischief protects our only multi-prize Pokemon in play if they have those 2 prize cards remaining. So a really cool inclusion in the deck for sure, in place of playing actual hand disruption like the Unfair Stamp or the Judge. And that's another big part of this build is the Hero's Cape. Instead of playing the Unfair Stamp, or I don't even know what else you'd play in Dragapult right now. Neo Upper, but that's just not very good. Going with the Hero's Cape, instead of disrupting our opponent after they take a KO, just make it so they can never take the KO to begin with, and then that's where you gain your tempo from. Instead of trying to gain tempo from playing the Unfair Stamp and hoping they're not able to put together whatever they want on their next turn, just make a Pokemon so big that that's where we gain our tempo from. And it is also a card that's just kind of, I wouldn't say disrespected, but there's a gap in the format right now. No one's really playing Jamming Tower or Tool Scrapper or building or prepping in a way to deal with the Hero's Cape, which leads to it being that much more powerful. Everyone is worried about Unfair Stamp. A lot of my decks right now are like playing Genesect in them as a way to deal with Unfair Stamp. And I mean, the Genesect would also work to stop the opponent from putting Hero's Cape in play, but with something like Genesect, you have a little bit less control over that because they can play the Hero's Cape before you take a knockout. But with Genesect, or with Unfair Stamp, you could just like avoid taking a KO until you set up your Genesect and then take your first KO and to play around the card in general. So you don't have that flexibility with the, or you don't have that flexibility, or you do have that flexibility with the Hero's Cape. That's what I meant to say. A couple of Night Stretchers for recovery, of course. I mentioned the Pokégears, 2 Risky Ruins as the stadium bumps. No Watchtower in here. Or what was the other one that people were playing a lot? Area 0. But our bench, honestly, we have a ton of bench room. Without having stuff like Meowth and Pheasantipity on the bench, bench space really isn't a problem with some other, unlike some other builds of Dragapult, where the Area 0 feels really, really good because you have stuff like Pheasantipity, like Meowth, like even Latios or Saluna sometimes, and having that extra bench space makes a huge difference. When we got only Dragapults and Dunsparce in play, all we need is the Risky Ruins. Having a bump for opponents' Watchtower so we can make sure we can use our Dunsparce throughout the game is nice, of course. And then for the energy count is interesting as well. 4 Psychic, 3 Fire, 2 Dark. Most people have been playing like a 3-3-3 split. 3 Psychic, 3 Fire, 3 Dark. I think the first time I've actually ever seen the 4-3-2 split. And I will say, from playing games with the deck, I definitely miss having like an extra Dark energy in the deck. I haven't played enough games to have that strong of an opinion on like, should the Psychic be cut for a 3rd Dark? But yeah, I've definitely felt it harder to set up my Munkidoris in this build than some other builds of Dragapult I've played so far. But I mean, Dragapult's what you want to set up an attack with, so I definitely understand trying to play more energy that synergizes with the Dragapult. Whether it should be a Psychic or a Fire, I guess Psychic makes sense so you could attack with Mind Bend more often. That's like the only thing that I felt when I had put in some, now that I put in some time with the deck. But with that said, let's go ahead. Let's jump into some action with the Dunsparce Dragapult. I'll have some more gameplay up with the deck on my secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG2. Link will be down in the description. Check that out over there. And yeah, let's get into it. Apples? Oh no, not the apples. Let's have the Munkidori and the active off the rip, I guess. That's good. Apples, no. I would honestly probably settle like a Brock Scouting off of this. Or even, would I be down with a Crispin? I'm kind of down with the Crisp. Because I have a Drakloak in the hand. I don't know. I'm kind of down. I don't know. It feels fine. Oh, do we Mind Bend them? Wait. Well, no, they still got this thing. They still got this thing. It's not that good. It's not that good. But hold on. Nah. Well, if I Mind Bend them, they push the Sea King. They go Sea King Stadium, knock out Munkidori. Nah, that can't be worth it. The idea is funny, but there's no way it's correct. If they didn't have the Goldeen on the bench, I would have done it. But they do have it, so. I think I do try an Itchy Pollen this turn. So I'm going to push Dreepy, attach to Dreepy, evolve to Drakloak, play Lillie. Retreat to Budew. Are Festival Leagues playing Sea King these days? Most people do, yeah. Seems to be the yeah, it seems to be the norm. We say Psyduck is important. Is it important? Currently, it feels like Psyduck is not correct to play in your deck. What the fuck? What is this? This is bullshit. Hello? Wait, they just like, what? Wait, what? I'm just gonna spawn trap their apple, right? The fuck is this? You can't do that when you have a Sea King on the bench. You can't do that with Sea King on the bench. You could do it if you had a Diplin, or an Applin, excuse me, on the bench. The fuck is this, mate? What are you doing? Alright, send this guy up. Alright, let me do a little bit more thorough of my prize check in here. Oh, I prized both my Dunsparces. Sick. Yes. That's pretty cool, actually. Super sick, super sick, super sick. There's a Fire Energy. Do I have Itchy Pollen? I do have Itchy Pollen. Ruins, Stretchers, 3 Boss, Acerola. Acerola doesn't matter in this matchup, but 1-3-1. Double Brelour is fine, but you can't do it alongside Seeking, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're just going to lose. We'll see, though. Maybe they got some sauce. I wouldn't hate one more here. I'm going to get Budew here, right? Dreepy, I guess. What's the energy count? 1 dark, 3 psychic. We'll see what happens from here. I would have loved a Cape and Ruins to KO the active with Loke. Oh, shoot. There could have been something there. I didn't even think about that. That would have been pretty sick, actually. What was I short? Just the Ruins? I didn't even think about that. Then boss KO Loke with energy is great for him here. Yeah, it's fine if they want to. Not a bad play. Gotta do what you gotta do, and if that involves boss KOing Drakloak, you gotta do it. It's gotta be push Munkidori here. I don't think they want to. Oh, they're gonna give me 100 damage to work with. Okay. Sure. Not top deck Psychic or Dark Energy. Thank goodness. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely feel the lack of mobility in this deck. Like, not having Latios, I can... Not gonna lie. I understand the value of Latios still in the deck, even if you don't play like as heavy of a Budew count.
Mm.
I'm debating... I'm gonna KO the active here, obviously. I'm debating hero escaping this Munkidori, though. I can't even use that Crispin, because I only have Psychics in the deck. I mean, it's better than a Buddy Poffin, though, I guess. They boss my Munkidori. Do I truly care? I don't think so. Oh, I messed up here, though. I could have actually Jet Headbutt KO'd. Oh, I messed up. I should have set up my second Munkidori. And then just Jet Headbutted this. Oh, man, I trolled. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. I can't spread damage anyways. It doesn't even matter. Then I could have attached to... Then I probably actually would have Heroes Caped this Munkidori with a fresh Dark Energy. Yeah. That's probably what I would have done there. We'll see how things go here, though. Man, I really hate not having the third Dark Energy in this deck, though. But it's fine. Yeah, we could do some crazy plays this turn if we had 2 Munkidoris. Psychic Energy on Munkidori and attack with him? I mean, I guess I could have. I could have put Hero Escape on and attacked with Munkidori. That could have been something there. Oh, it's a 2-2? Alrighty, alrighty. Boss KO my Munkidori. Has to be, right? Yeah. Oh, they already KO'd a Munkidori with the Dark earlier? Oh, wait, what the fuck? When did that happen? I do not remember that happening at all. You know, well, they're down 2 boss. Are they punching my active? What the fuck? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess we just win. Sure. They can give me that damage. Okay, am I playing around them playing 3 boss? I don't know if I am. I probably should have hero escaped the monkey, though. I can only get 1 more Munkidori back now. Like, this is it. This is my final Munkidori. Wait, what's the most they can hit with this? Maximum belts. All right, do I play around? I don't think I want to play around a 3rd boss. So if I'm not playing around a 3rd boss, I can grab Munkidori. I assume we're fine here. We'll see. If they have a 3rd boss, things get weird. I'm just assuming they don't. I don't know if they do, though. What changes would make this deck better? Changes that would increase your win rate? Actually, maybe I still lose this trade. I maybe still lose this trade, to be honest. I guess they would have always been able to KO one of my... Well, no, but I definitely trolled by not getting the other Munkidori. Are you attacking with the 70s damage here attack? Because Phantom Dive doesn't do anything. That doesn't KO me, right? They're just hitting me really hard. How many boss do I have left? 2. I played 0 modifiers, basically, at this point. Locked out of Munkidori's. Maybe I should have sacrificed Budew and instead of letting Munkidori take a hit on that previous turn, knowing my Dragapult would eventually have to get hit in the active. I don't know. Psychic, Risky Ruins. I assume they have no Gust left. I guess I should be fine, right? I could have sequenced that maybe a little bit differently. That's the harder card to find. I can play this for a fire. I can evolve. Wait, I don't evolve this yet, right? They would still have to dump both attacks into my active here to KO it. Okay. I can bench this, though, without benching the Risky Ruins. Okay. I don't even need a place for an... I feel like I just may as well play this. Fire. I don't know. I don't think I don't have to play it right now, but I don't even want to take this KO yet, right? But then I need like a boss next to KO this last Applin, right? Do I even have my last boss in my deck? I don't even know if it's in there. I think it is. Yeah, I probably just shouldn't have played the Night Stretcher. I forgot I had like a fire prize as well. I could just have waited till Night Stretcher this turn, I guess. I mean, if I don't, what is my math? What is the math on this? 240. I mean, it depends what they play. It depends if they play black belts or maximum belts. They need something besides just Kieran Bangle, though, right? I also have to KO my active this turn, I guess. They definitely have one of those things. I guess it could be prize, though. Appreciate the 68 months there, Slap. But if I find boss on this next turn, I should just win, right? For sure. What if we built up monkey damage on Sea King? That might have been the better play, to be honest. I didn't know... Oh, shoot. I didn't know we were going to end up in this situation. That honestly might have been the better play though, is to build up the damage on the Sea King. Yeah, I didn't know they played double Rabsca. I just kind of assumed it was one Rabsca, so I'd be able to break out of the Rabsca thing at some point. But I honestly could have just like put the damage on the Sea King turn after turn. They also have to KO my active here though. If they don't KO my active here, we definitely just win, right? Not guaranteed, but pretty close. Pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, I don't even need a boss this turn. I just need to find another Dragapult now. Okay, we just win now. I can even like push Munkidori for the turn. Why not Dorikia one Rabsca and Bosskia the second Rabsca? Maybe that would have worked. Would that have worked? And then I could have like... Actually, that might have worked, to be honest. I didn't actually think about that line, but that line might have worked. I don't even need to evolve to another Dragapult, actually. I just could. Dipplin would just KO me, but I think it would maybe be fine if Dipplin KO'd me there, right? Actually. I'm just going to evolve this because I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do the math. Well, no, I could always just push Munkidori. They can't KO this and then KO my Munkidori, right? That's never possible. I don't think. Okay, yeah. I mean, this should be game. No, I'm not cheating. I should check my prize cards more thoroughly. Show up to Guardy with LA, no one will notice. How big of an advantage do you think you would have if you could play Gardevoir in this format? Like, what do you think? Like, if we gave Henry Chow access to Gardevoir for LA, what are the odds he wins the tournament? It's got to be like, it's got to be pretty high, right? Like, obviously you can still lose, but oh, I feel like we're giving him like almost like 50% odds of winning the tournament. You can have Guardy with no Ionos. Oh wait, are we just giving him just Gardevoir EX? I thought we were giving him all the pieces, like pre-rotation Guardy with all the cards. My bad. Because he doesn't have any attacking options. It would be pretty bad actually. I assume let's give him the whole card pool. Let's give him pre-rotation Guardy with like perfect order cards. He gets everything. He gets the whole squad. They've been default. Yeah, I've been blind first with the deck. Yeah, I don't think he's doing very. If he just gets Guardy EX in this format, I don't think he's doing very much with it. I'm not gonna lie. Although I guess you'd still have a lot of Munkidoris. Maybe there is still something to be said for that. You would still have Munkidoris. Like you'd have like the best way to play Munkidori. Oh wait, the Dunsparce could actually be good against them. Do I actually hold the cape? I was just gonna slap it down right here. But maybe the cape on the Dunsparce makes more sense. I'm just gonna hold it for now. I'm just gonna send it back. Ooh. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not terrible. I just want more Dunsparces and the Drakloak. Perfect. Wow, that's sick, man. Let's get it. I love seeing 2 billion cards during my turn. I should check my prize cards on that. I don't know what I'm working with right now. This Itchy Pollen is actually super relevant to like set up. I could just like go 1, 2, 3 here or something with the prize trade maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to my first regional in Utrecht in a couple of weeks. Any tips you can give me to perform as best as I can? Love the content, by the way. Just pick a good deck that you enjoy playing and then practice with it. Prep with it. Okay, the judge could be a little bit disruptive. They already got the Meganium set up as well, which is annoying, but we should be fine. Yeah, with Crispin Ultra Ball, we're chilling. I mean, if they don't... Yeah, this is kind of cooked for them, I think. If I go KO... I can just go KO active, KO Applin. The game's basically over, right? Be too free at that point. possible I get unfair stamped here, and that's their way back into this. I'm thinking about like, I don't know, the Dark Energy just seems so mid. I think I'm gonna do this. Just get one of these in play. If they attack and leave damage in play, don't I just kind of win? Like how am I ever losing if they do that, right? I don't know. I don't know. Let's put on the cat, sure. Does it matter? Double done ever in play? No. Oh, I prized both my Munkidori. We still have access to Dark Energy as well, so it's not like... Well, maybe... Yeah, maybe there was actually a line where I put the 2 here, because then I could go Munkidori 2 here, plus Phantom Dive, and KO this off the bench, actually. So maybe actually hitting up this was probably the play. Yeah. 150 means that the cat is a destructive drill victim. I mean, that doesn't really matter, does it? Right? There's no way. You appreciate the 10 months there, OMG. Also appreciate the 2 months there, Brando. It's not a good... It's not a good look. Traverse time is not it. That's game. I mean, if I lose from here, I kind of just want to boss punch this and put damage here. I don't know. We draw into though. Ball fodder. Yeah, I like the idea of just boss punching this.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, what did I play that for? I shouldn't have played that yet. I think I'll cycle this guy first. Oh my gosh, can I not even Crispin now? There might be a fire in the deck. Hold up. Okay, there is. Okay, so I can go Ruins, Munkidori. I mean, there's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how I lose, so I don't know. It just feels like it's over. Unlosable, basically, at this point. But if Henry Child gets to keep Guardy for next set, when he can play the spread damage Deoxys attack, that thing could be crazy. Well, it's not gonna actually be crazy, but it could have been all. Hey all, I'm getting my friend and her husband 2 decks. One of them has to be Rocket's Mewtwo. What would be another one to give them that has roughly a 50-50 matchup? Honestly, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. But someone in chat might have a better vibe. One of them, Rocket's... Well, yeah, I guess you could say Rocket's Mewtwo. But I'm sure the mirror match would be kind of boring. Or Chaladon? I have no clue. I can't think off the top of my head. Pretty even? Nah, Rocket's Mewtwo is definitely favored. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say